Near, rip a hole in the sun. Welcome to Cum Paude. Why would you cum soft when you can cum louder? Yeah.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the show tonight. We've got a special one for you. Last week, we talked about all the team needs going into the 2024 rookie draft. And this week, as promised, we're going to do a mock draft with Smell Wiper Deterred. And we're going to give it to you real quick here, real quick tonight. And we might even have a follow up by my colleague, me co host, Rod McGay, and see what they can lay down in comparison to Smell Wiper Deterred's picks. And let's just jump right into it. Uh-huh. Dun 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 dun. Here we go. Once and only. Smell Wiper the Turd coming at you with a mock draft. What we got here? We got round one. Kicking it off, we got Capone's got the 101 pick overall. I think we all know what he's going to do, and let's see what it is. Roll it up there onto the board. That's right, the 101, Marvin Harrison Jr. No doubt in the world. This is going to fill out this team nicely with wide receiver. We're going fast with this one. So let's go to the 102. We got Brian sitting at the 102, and what does he do? What? A running back that early? Jonathan Brooks, this team badly needs running backs. So they might have reached here, but they're going to fill out their team. So good pick, bad pick. I don't know, but that's what we're feeling about it. The 103, we're dropping to Drew, and he gets Malik Neighbors. He was like, what? Malik Neighbors falling to me at 103? Absolutely, I'll take it. I don't care if Danny Jones is the quarterback. Malik Neighbors is a stud. Moving on to 104, the Dame Judy Dench's, the Firmulator. He goes and another running back, Trey Benson. Wow. Brian started the trend, and Firm comes in and just jumps right on and grabs Trey Benson at the 104. His team is crippled from injuries last year, and he wants to play, so he gets him a running back at 104. What a weird start. Then comes Dan in at the 105, hot with the Brock Bowers pick. Needs a tight end for that team, so he went for it. Brock Bowers might not be a tight end. Brock Bowers is just a catching machine. We're going to see how that works out in Las Vegas. At the 106, we start the trend of Nick with the 106 through 109s all in a row. And he says, wow, Rome falls to me at 106. Thank you. I'll take that right there. 107 coming in, gets his quarterback with Caleb Williams, gets the hookup with Rome. Can't ask for nothing better than that. Coming in at the 108, what we got? Oh, we've got the first trade of the draft. That's right. Nick is going to trade the 108 back to Capone for the 114 and the 204. Cap's going to come up to the 108, fill out with another stud wide receiver in Kansas City, who is having wide receiver issues, and Xavier Worthy, speed demon. Cap moves up to grab it and fill out some more of the draft. At the 109, Nick is still here and grabs Lad McConkey, the Conkster. Then we drop down to the 110, and we got Tommy Barnes, who needs nothing but going to grab Brian Thomas, coming in there, hot wide receiver out of Jacksonville. At the 111, we got Brian coming back, getting the second quarterback off the board with Jaden Daniels. Brian's running with Russ Wilson and Matt Stafford. Injuries are looming. Maybe even bench time is looming. So filling out that quarterback spot for the future with Jaden Daniels. At the 112, Scooter's coming in, grabbing Keon Coleman with Buffalo. Guys looking good in a depleted wide receiver area. Keon grabbing it. Pat comes in at the 113 with Xavier Legette, wide receiver, Carolina. And then here comes that trade. Nick trades back the 108 to get to the 114, and he grabs a running back. Blake Corum needed something to go up against Bijan Robinson and have a nice starting spot there. Blake Corum, might get some action this year, but get some young talent there. And we're done with round one. That was quick. This is going to be a hot spot. Maybe this is one of those things that you can throw on the TikToks. It's going to be so quick. So let's go ahead. Let's move on to round two. Smell Wiper the third again. We're just dropping them in hot. Round two, the 201. Capone gets it again. Marshawn Lloyd. Here comes another running back. Are we going to get a run here on running backs? A lot of teams in the league need running backs, and we're grabbing Marshawn Lloyd there at the 201. 202. Kevin gets his first pick of the draft, and he's going for J.J. McCarthy. We get another quarterback come off the board. Great pick by Kevin there at the 202. 203, we got Drew getting another stud wide receiver. Got Malik Neighbors earlier in the round, getting Adonai Mitchell there in Indianapolis. Nice pick, Drew. Caponia had traded this one back, the 204 to Nick for the 108. This is the package deal. And Nick comes back hot and gets another running back, knows that he needs the running backs to fill out his squad, and he gets Aldrich Estime. Not a bad pick. And then Dan's there at the 205. Dan doesn't trade draft picks. He's sitting there at the 105, 205, 305, and he grabs Ricky the Gator Pearsall in San Francisco, wide receiver. Brian, Pittsburgh, goes and gets his guy, Roman Wilson, wide receiver at the 206. Then we got Pat coming in with the second tight end off the board, Ben Sinnott. We'll see how that works out for Pat. He had some gaps. He's going to fill it with a Ben at the 207. Tommy doesn't need nothing, but he's going to grab Jalen right there. Another running back coming off at the 208. Kevin's going to grab Troy Franklin, wide receiver in Denver, filling in the void of Jerry Jeudy. Got some of that Bo Nix action thrown to him at the 209. We're going to keep it going. Tommy going to grab another running back with Braylon Allen. A little bit of a backup action there for our boy Breece Hall in the New York Jets area. Harry, let's go. Skins. Luke McCaffrey at the 211. Probably a reach, but we know he likes his commies. Scooter's going to grab Bucky Irving here to fill out, get a little bit more youth at running back. Great pick, Scooter. Pat, 213, grabbing a wide receiver. Jalen Polk, New England. Great pick. What's next? Firm coming in at 214. He says Jalen Polk, never heard of him. Javon Baker in New England is going to be the wide receiver stud there. Throwing some darts, seeing what we can do. And that's round 2. Take a peek at it. See how it's shaken up. See who's still left on the board for you at this point. It's going to be a good one. Round 3 coming up. The smell, the wipe, the turd. We forgot to change the thing there from round 1 to round 3, but this is round 3. Capone at the 301, getting his tight end, Jatavian Sanders. Firm at the 302, he loves his 49ers, but this is actually a Charger, Brendan Rice, son of Jerry Rice. We think that we're going to keep that lineage going. Drew going to grab a running back at Kamani Vidal. Marty, Malachi Corley stayed on the board for a while, and Marty was just sitting there waiting for it, grabbing some Malachi. That's a highly ranked wide receiver falling to the 3rd round. Dan is going to come in and grab his quarterback back up for Patrick Mahomes and Drake May. Lasted maybe longer than some of you may think, but, Drake May kind of sucks. John, he wants Sky Moore back. This is the non-rookie getting drafted in the rookie draft. John wants Sky Moore back. So with John's only pick in the draft, he's taking Sky Moore. Jeff, with Jeff's first pick in the draft this year at the 307, grabbing a little handcuff for Christian McCaffrey and Isaac Rindo in San Francisco. Firm coming in saying, I like my legacy players. I'm going to grab Frank Gore. The little one, the younger one, not the boss man Frank Gore, but this is his son coming in. Might not play this year much at all, but we like the namesake. Then Harry's coming in grabbing Jalen McMillan, Tampa Bay. Tommy's grabbing Theo Johnson, tight end in New York, the Giants. Harry grabbing a quarterback, Bo Nix, Denver. Scooter, he waited a long time for this one. For some reason, it says 2.12. This is a 3.12, but Devontae Walker in Baltimore, Scooter's salivating over that one. Pat's getting the Penix, taking the Penix at 3.13, getting it back up to Kirk Cousins in case that doesn't work out. Go, Pat, go. And then Jeff grabbing the last quarterback off the board, 3.14, having a little bit of insurance for the Hurts donut, Jalen Hurts and Spencer Rattler. And that's round 3. It says round 1, but that's round 3. It says round 2.12, but that's 3.12. That's the draft. Real quick, hot stuff. Going to be a short video for y'all. And we'll try and get that out here tonight for everybody's viewing pleasure. And then maybe my colleague, Rod McGay, is going to do a counter mock draft and see where it shakes up even more. We'd like to thank you all for taking the time to watch our show tonight. And typically we say, good night, Firm. And to that, I say, good night, Firm.
Thank you for listening to the official podcast of the Public Honors College Fantasy Football League. Coom quickly, coom often, and coom loud.